Hi, you've clicked onto today's tropical tidbit for Thursday. Tropical wave moving into the western Caribbean, not developing fast, so this is going into Central America, and only a rain event for these guys in here, no problem for the Gulf of Mexico. Also watching out here in the eastern Atlantic, getting a lot of heat, starting to bundle within the intertropical convergence zone, starting to get a little bit of a circulation going in here, and this will be lifting northwestward and trying to develop. Dry air in here might be a problem, but we'll have to see if this can become Danielle as it heads out here into the central Atlantic. And here is Colin, and looking at this, this is a tropical storm. The Hurricane Center just 2 hours ago said that surface observations indicated that there was no well-defined circulation. Hello, look at that right there, clear to see on visible satellite imagery, and they had the sun up before they issued that statement, and they have no buoys within 500 miles of the west side of the circulation. The nearest one is like off the map over here to the northwest. You're not going to find anything telling you whether there's west winds. Look at the west-southwest winds punching right in the circulation. You cannot get clearer than that. Look at that coming right in the circulation. Look at that inflow. They've got a buoy over here on the southeast side, but duh, the winds are out of this direction. Look at that well-defined circulation popping out from under the deep thunderstorms over here. This is heading north-northwest, well-defined. This is a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Colin is alive again, and this is going to impact Bermuda here over the next couple of days. Now, here's the GFS 6-hour forecast for the 200 millibar winds. Here's the ridge over here. Here's the Tut, here's Bermuda. Now if we look at the actual upper winds, this is for the same time as the GFS forecast. Here's Colin, here's the ridge over here. Now if we look at the GFS, this is wrong. Notice how the ridge is flatter in here. It's centered over here at 58 west. That's not so. This is centered more back at 60 west, and this is much more amplified up in here. The GFS is completely wrong on the initialization here, and the Tut is not this strong in here. You can see it's weaker. Over here it's weaker, and the GFS is not catching on to how much heat Colin is getting to produce with it over here. You can see that Colin has much more going on with it, and he is getting heat pumped into to the area, and the reason why is because the same strong trade wind flow that was steering him so fast to the west over here is getting slamming into a wall over here and getting piled up. You notice that back here there's no wind. Very weak steering flow to the west of the system, so all this air coming to the south of this big high is just slamming into Colin like a brick wall, and that's causing the air to pile up and rise, and that's why you're seeing all these thunderstorms go off to the east of the circulation, is because you've got all this air piling up in here, and so it's producing a lot of heat. Now looking at the water vapor, here's Colin over here, here's the ridge associated with it, and notice that the Tut is weak in here with a couple of upper lows. It's fractured into upper lows, and that's a sign that the Tut is weak. Now if you got the ridge in here, guess what? The heat is being delivered straight to the north here, so only one of two things can happen. The Tut doesn't have anywhere to go because you got the banana ridge over here and you got the long wave trough coming in. The Tut's stuck. This is going to stay down here northeast of the Bahamas. This has one of two choices. This can either back away this way and join this one over here, or it can get forced to the east and out, and then you get the ridge ballooning northwest between the two. You end up with a ventilated area, ridge in between, and bam, this strengthens before reaching Bermuda, which is right in here. And if this backs down here, same thing, you get ventilation, the ridge balloons up in here, and you get a system weighted on the east side but strengthening, and a well-developed tropical cyclone aiming for Bermuda up here. So this is something that these guys have to watch. Bermuda's up here, this is coming north-northwest. This may curve right into them during the next couple of days. There goes the satellite loop refreshing. My apologies. But this is a tropical storm. I don't understand why the Hurricane Center isn't calling this a renamed cyclone right now. It makes no sense to me. Look at that inflow. I don't get it. Oh well, maybe we'll see it by the time I'm done with this video at 7 a.m., but I doubt it. Again, GFS initializing this wrong. This is coming up, bulging much more to the north, getting more heat involved, and this is going to be a problem for Bermuda when it gets up here. They will have to watch this. I don't expect it to get too awful strong, but we could see a strengthening tropical storm heading right for the island over here, so they should keep an eye on this. we'll keep you updated. Now this is the GFS forecast for the MJO coming back into the Atlantic. Notice all the greens showing up, definitely against its forecast, which had a big dry red orange paint bomb in here for this period earlier in the 2-week forecast, and it had sinking air all through the first half of August. That was wrong. You can see all the upward motion coming to the eastern Atlantic. We're going to have to watch for a pickup in activity during the next couple of weeks. And notice this over here. Remember I was talking to you about the southern oscillation having a little bit of a burst coming across the Pacific. You get a burst of westerlies and it comes across, and you can see it in here, and this is where the East Pacific may try to get a storm within the next week to 10 days. And they may try to get a storm before we get anything else over here, and then this comes across, and it doesn't really show it here, but on the 12Z run yesterday it had a storm here, and then it had a nice teleconnection to where the westerlies came and developed something in the Caribbean 5 days later. So we'll have to see how that works out. Those little things are things that are nice to watch, and we'll be watching for, let's see, Danielle coming up soon, and we'll be keeping an eye out for Earl after that. We're definitely starting to knock down the names here, and activity's picking up. Peak of the season's on the way. Hope everyone's prepared. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.